Hey guys, what's going on? Eddie here with Blue Line Pressure Washing. It is, watch is dead, so never mind. It's whatever day at whatever time that I'm making this video. I think it's Tuesday. I have no idea what time it is though. Before I go too far, hit that like button for me. Comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Help us out a little bit. It helps the channel, helps us keep putting content out there. And I know it's been a while. I apologize for that. We've been crazy busy. But we did promise to do a review on Duramax engines. We said that in, I think, the short that I posted on the blend manifold here recently. So this is what this video is about. I've tried to do this video a couple of times outside, and the wind has just been ridiculous that you can't even hear what I'm trying to say. So we're sitting in my garage at the house right now. We're going to go through this and we'll throw some stills in of the Duramax engine that we're using. We're using the 420 right now. We started using the 440s on the builds just because they're a little bit bigger, a little bit beefier, a little more horsepower. We can really push that 6.8 gallon a minute pump with that 440 a lot better. We can put an 8 on that 440 if need be. Now your PSI is not going to be very high. You're probably going to be around 2,000 PSI, but you can put an 8 on that thing and that would be perfect for speed of house washing, that kind of stuff. And you can still use it. It's still going to work for your concrete cleanings. We usually keep our pressure with the tips, not the unloader. Guys, stop playing with the freaking unloader. Set it and leave it alone. With the tips, we will change the tip sizes to get the desired pressure we want. We usually use an orifice, I think it's a 9 with ours, to get the pressure down to about 1200 psi. And that's what we use to clean. With concrete, the new guys, don't be putting pressure on the house. So we've got 200, 225, probably more, I don't know, I've lost track, houses that we've cleaned with this Duramax engine, powering our 6.8 gallon a minute pump, and countless numbers of brick pavers, concrete cleaning, all kinds of other different things that we've done with it. And I couldn't be happier with this motor. It starts up every time. It is quieter than some of the others, which honestly I don't really care about the noise factor of it, but your customers do, and your customers' neighbors do, especially with so many people working from home now. That's something that I've run into, is neighbors getting a little aggravated that we're outside making noise. So they are a little bit quieter than the Predators are, a little quieter than some of the Hondas that, I don't know what it is, but some Hondas seem for whatever reason to be quieter than others. But they're good, they're great engines. The Duramax is a great engine. We're not flying a jet, guys. We're not doing some massive project that we need a name brand engine. And I don't know what area you would need that in, but we're not doing anything that's super heavy and hard on these engines. As long as you're taking care of them, any engine that you buy, small motor, should last and should hold up. Each one's going to have their own little thing. The one thing I will say about Duramax that aggravated me, once I figured out what it was, it's an easy fix. We fix it before we even put it on your units. So equipment guys, if you get one from us, rest assured that I know about the issue. I've already addressed it before it even comes to your door. Is on the ignition box, and we'll put, like I said, we'll put a still in of the engine and show you kind of what I'm talking about. I'll try to get a picture of what I'm talking about. But on the ignition switch box that sits beside the motor, the back side, there are 2 bolts that bolt that to the engine block. And I think Duramax has fixed this, because the last motor that I got, I could not get those bolts out to save my life. But they were, the top one was vibrating loose. And once that top one vibrates loose enough that it backs out, and it's no longer making connection and contact with the ignition plate and the motor, yeah, you get a little bit of vibration, you know, at the switch, but you're never going to notice that because while it's running, you're probably not staring at the ignition box. You're probably out somewhere washing something. But you'll notice it when you go to turn that key off and the motor continues to run. So it happened to me on a job site, and of course that is not the place I want to be tearing wires apart trying to figure out what's going on. So I killed the fuel and let it shut itself off that way, just ran it out of gas basically. When I got back to the shop, I took the whole thing apart, looked at all the wires, checked all the grounds. I grounded it to different things, trying to figure out why in the world it would shut off just fine if I grounded it to an outside source. And then it dawned on me, I was looking at the box and the paint is scraped off on the inside of the box where the bolt goes in. I was like, that's the ground. That's what they're grounding it to, because the switch itself is grounded inside of the box. But there's another ground, basically, that bolt that holds it in is grounding it to the engine block. We tightened that up, started it up, turned the switch off, cut right off. So what we have been doing is, when we first get them, before we mount them on anything, we check those bolts. I believe Duramax has fixed the issue because I can't get the bolts out to save my life now, not without risking stripping something. But beforehand, they were pretty loose, and we would take them out, put a little bit of Loctite on them, and run them back in there just to keep them from coming out. Other than that, I have zero issues with that Duramax engine. Like I said, it's made me a ton of money over the past several months that I've been running with it. We've got a good bit of hours on it. I don't know exactly how many hours. The hour meter we were using, the first one got broke, so I can't remember. I've got it written down somewhere of the exact amount of hours. But good engine, good price. You can find them at Max Tool. Amazon has them sometimes. But if you just search Duramax Power or Duramax Small Engines and go to the Duramax website, they'll have a whole list of vendors you can get them from. You can get them from Lowe's, you can get them from Home Depot. What I specifically like about them over the Predator, as far as a cost-effective option, is Predator, you get the 90-day warranty from Harbor Freight, and that's it. If you want an extended warranty, you have to pay for it. And with Duramax, I think their engines right now are about $10 to $15 more expensive than the Predator, but they come with a 3-year warranty. And guys, you can't beat them. I know there are some guys out there that are die-hard Honda, some are die-hard Kohler, some are die-hard Briggs & Stratton. There's nothing wrong with any of those engines. Great engines. In my opinion, you're paying for a name, okay? It's like a Harley, you pay for the name. Great example, battery went dead on my Harley years ago. I called Harley Davidson, asked them for a price on the battery. They gave me the price on the battery. I called Battery Mart, asked them for the price on the battery. They gave me a price on that battery that was almost $200 cheaper than what Harley wanted. What was the difference in the battery? It had the Harley emblem on it. So that's why I'm saying, yes, Hondas are great engines. I love them. But are they absolutely necessary for what we're doing? No, they are not. If you want a Honda engine on your build, you're willing to pay that money for the Honda engine, I will put the Honda engine on your build. But if you are on a budget and you're just starting out, go grab you a Predator, go grab you a Duramax, grab whatever engine you get your hands on right now, guys, because they're a freaking nightmare trying to get your hands on an engine in the first place. But I would not have any issues being a Duramax dealer. I am not a Duramax dealer. Do not call me and try to buy engines from me because I do not have them. It may be something we look into in the future, but not right now. Anyway, I hope this helps with you guys and making the decision process as to whether or not you want to buy one of these engines for yourself. I know it's the 15th of March, and unfortunately, as hard as Justin and I have tried, we are going to have to try not to do this. We are going to have to increase pricing on equipment here pretty soon. So if you guys are wanting to get something, get it before the end of March, because once we do the quarterly meeting at the end of March, we're going to have to do a price increase on the equipment, but we're going to leave the price alone until after that meeting, which April 1st. the new prices will be active on the website. So if you're wanting equipment, you want it at the price that it's at right now, you need to go ahead and grab it up. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.